Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we are learning Order of Allah from Surah Taghabun, ayat number 14. Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu inna min azwajikum wa awladikum aduwwan lakum fahzaruhum wa in tafu wa tasfahu وَتَغْفِرُوا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. So in this ayat, Allah tells us, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O people with iman, inna, no doubt, min azwajikum, from your wives, wa awladikum, and from your children, aduwwan lakum, some of them are your enemies. فَهَذَرُوهُمْ, and you must be aware of them and take care while dealing with them. وَإِن تَعْفُوا, and if you pardon them, وَتَصْفَحُوا, and ignore them or overlook them, وَتَغْفِرُوا, and forgive them, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ, so indeed Allah, Ghafurur Rahim, is the most forgiving, the most merciful. This ayat is telling us the best solution how to deal with our family. Because Shaitan and Nafs is everywhere in the world and with everyone, and they are trying their best to motivate the people to do the evil and bad things. Even bad deeds or evil practices. So mostly Shaitanic motivation, and Nafs is already prepared before it to do that. So this way we have to look after ourselves, our family members, and other people who are near to us. And if we find anything which is irrelevant or disturbing or outside our religion, then we have to inform politely, nice way, so that the people, they should come into right track and they must aware of it. So Allah said in this ayat, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, O people with iman, inna min azwajikum wa awladikum aduwwan lakum. From your wives and from your children, some of them, they are your enemies. First of all, you have to look from the wife, how the wife may be the enemy. Enemy is that person who is throwing you from the boundary of Islam. So any person who is throwing you out of the boundary of Islam, that is your enemy. So this way, sometimes it happens in the family, in the house, when the wife is doing this type of activity. Like for example, you are working somewhere and your salary is so much. From the salary you can manage your everyday expenses of your house easily. Now your wife, she wants some type of luxury things. She wants to attend the marriages, parties, and she wants more money to buy the clothes and then things which are matching with the relevant to the clothes. So she wants some other type of fashionable things, and with respect to that, in order to stay in society, to get involved in the custom and traditions of the society. So she tries to do some type of things like this, and she need more money. She insists you, motivate you to earn more money so that she can fulfill all of her demands. So in order to fulfill the requirements of your wife, when you try to do some extra work or double work or work in two places, automatically that will affect adversely your relationship with your creator Allah. You have to sacrifice your health also. You have to leave lot of compulsory acts which were to be performed by you, like salah, like prayer, salah 5 times a day. You are unable to do some of them. Then you will suffer after your death in your grave and the day hereafter. Your wife will not be responsible for that, but you. So this way, what you are doing, you are fulfilling the requirement of your wife, which is not need, which is luxury. According to Islam, this is not allowed. And if you are doing this one for her, it means you are doing this on expense of your own life punishment, because your life in this world may be in trouble, and in your grave and in the life hereafter you will have the punishment, because you are leaving the salah, you are leaving compulsory act which were upon you. Same like that, sometimes the wife, she makes some type of bad relationship with some people, the bad sexual relationship which are not allowed. She tries to make, because mobile phone is with everyone, and different other options are available. So this is other possibility where the enmity possible. What other thing? Sometimes your wife, she don't like your parents. She says that I don't want to stay in this house. I will stay or your parents will stay. You can make one off from it. So she likes you have to cut off relationship with your parents. That is against Islam, because Allah and Prophet ﷺ, Holy Quran enforces you to join, connect with your parents and don't cut off relationships. But if she is doing that, then this action makes her enmity with you, because she is throwing you away from the boundary of Islam. So these type of many things are possible, lot of a big list of that, but you can understand from these examples that there is possibility of some other things, maybe because she has so many your secrets, and she can make a big trouble for you in your future life, possible. But how? You have to tackle this thing gently. Tackle her gently, advise her that these things are out of Sharia, these are making us away from Islam. We try to stay in nice way. Then you have to, the formula Allah told you simple, that Allah said, Inna min azwajikum wa auladukum aduwwan lakum, because they are your enemies. What you will do then? So Allah said, فَأَحْذَرُوكُمْ. It means you have to deal with them with great care. So you have to deal this wife with great care and just advise her in a polite way and then ignore her. وَإِن تَعْفُوا, Allah said, وَإِن تَعْفُوا, and you pardon her. وَتَصْفَحُوا, and ignore her. Just for the time being, ignore her. This idea, what was she saying, don't repeat, just ignore that one and overlook this one. وَتَغْفِرُوا, and you forgive, don't take it to your mind. Because when you forgive this one, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ, indeed Allah, Ghafurur Rahim, Allah is the most forgiving, the most merciful. So Allah will forgive you because Allah is the most merciful. So this is the way that you have to look at the points which are throwing you outside the boundary of Islam by your wife, and you have to advise her in order to make her character good, in order to make her behavior nice, in order to make her manners very good, and she should organize herself within the limits of Islam. You have to advise her nice way so that she can manage within that. And don't enforce, but say politely everything. Then you have to look at, be great. فَحَذَرُوهُمْ, it means you must have great care while saying this one. وَإِن تَعْفُوا, and you have to pardon her. Don't take it to your mind. Just ignore and forgive, because then Allah will forgive you. Same like that. The children, they are also sometime they with the prevailing situation within the society, when the children go to school and college and university and something, then they have so many desires and they want so much money for that. When the trouble comes to you that you have to work, because you are growing old and you are under pressure of this, that you have to work more in order to fulfill the needs of those people. But if you try to tell them that we are Muslim and we are just to stay within the limits of our earning and we have to work smoothly, just help me together, say your children, and hopefully they will manage that also. But if they are not managing, they are just different, then you just ignore them. You just, because when the children, they are becoming bigger, then you must be careful while saying anything to them, and while when you are advising them, you must be careful, because that time the generation now is different. This is a sign of Day of Judgment. The children, they don't like parents, they like the friends. So this way, carefully just to tell them what you want to advise, and then you can ignore that one, forgive them, then Allah will forgive you, inshallah. So this is the Allah's blessings here, that you have to follow the instructions of this, because otherwise, when you are mostly, like for example, if you are going for jihad, and jihad is compulsory now, and it is compulsory for you to participate in that one, then what is the obstruction before you? Your wife and children. Islam say, if they are obstruction, then this is sinful for them. This is sinful act. They have to allow you to go there. So the main thing is that we have to, when we have any problem from our wives or from our children, we have to advise them politely and nice way. Then Allah said, فَحَذَرُوهُمْ, then we have to talk with them with great care, with politely and nice way. And then وَإِن تَعْفُوا, and then we have to pardon them. وَتَصْفَهُ, ignore them. وَتَغْفِرُ, and forgive them. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Indeed, Allah will forgive, because Allah is forgiving. Allah is the most forgiving. This way, Allah is the most forgiving, the most merciful. So Allah will forgive us at the day of judgment. Inshallah, we try to manage everything to make our family life more better and make our home environment more peace, and with a peace and prosperity should reflect from our house, and that house should become a model of peace within the society. So it is possible if we try like the criteria which is told in this ayat, that your wife and children, they are enemies, but you have to deal with them with great care, say them politely, advise them politely, make their mind with the different tactics used which are positive and nice way, so that their mind should be motivated, mind should persuaded towards the good things. They have to adopt that one, and then you have to ignore that. Don't say again and again, ignore them, and then you have to forgive them. Allah will forgive at the day of judgment. Inshallah, we try our best. Allah will bring in our house peace and prosperity, and make our house the house which is liked by Allah and Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and the people who are in our house, those should be really those people which are the slaves of Allah, and they should work and they should have Iman, what Allah and Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam they like. So Allah gave us tawfiq to stay with Iman and with good deeds, and die with good deeds and with Iman. Ameen.